Assalamu alaikum. My name's Ibrahima, and I am, I guess, the founder of this channel. This is the first video that we're making, and the purpose of this channel is really just to start encouraging Muslims to start exercising more, start living healthy, start incorporating just better habits in your daily lives, because a lot of us come from backgrounds with the different backgrounds, right? So some of us may come from like in Asia, some of us from Africa, and like there's different regions as well. And the way that lifestyles were quite different, right? My family, they came from a village in West Africa, Senegal, and the foods there were very, very different. So we actually had a lack of nutrients for us, right? But some cultures, they have a lot more, right? So they may have a lot of fried foods and all these different diets. So as we kind of navigate through things, exercise is not something that's always been something that's talked about within like Muslims or the Muslim community. It's not a very common thing. When you see someone that's now it's kind of is, but when you would see someone that exercise, you'll be like, oh, cool, this person exercises. Oh, cool, awesome. If you go to like a traditional family, you'll see that a lot of people there, like especially the older people, they won't. It's not really something that they think about. It's kind of like, oh yeah, well, it's whatever. It is what it is. However, if you live it here in the West, especially if you live in the West, we all know that exercise is something that's super important. We kind of need exercise in our lives because of all of the foods that are out there right now, like all the processed foods. There's so many different things, and we have an abundance of food when it comes to living. Not even the West nowadays, we have an abundance of food. So you think about like America, there's so many people that are overweight and out of shape. And the thing is that a lot of people just don't care. A lot of people don't care about being out of shape. And if you're out of shape and you don't care, that's your business. That's your life. I'm not going to judge you for that. Well, maybe I will judge. But think about it this way. If you were in shape, when you're in shape, you can think properly. When you're in shape, you're able to do more. When you're in shape, you're being an example for your family. When you're in shape, people respect you more. Because when they see you, they're like, this person's in shape, this person's taking care of their body. Respect. So there's a lot of things that come into it when it comes to taking care of your health. And that's why I think it's super crucial for Muslims to take care of their health. Because when you start to take care of your health, you start to notice different patterns of thinking in your mind, right? You start to think a little bit more positive. You can actually think with a clear mind. What happens is a lot of Muslims, I don't want to say Muslims, but in general, just in this society, a lot of people, they just kind of wake up, drink their coffee, they go to work, they come home, they watch TV, and then they go to sleep. And then it's kind of like a repetitive cycle. However, when you start to incorporate exercise into your routine, what happens after that is you will find that you're gonna like you kind of like change things, right? Your patterns start to change. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go work out, I'm gonna go for a walk, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna drink this, and you start to. It's funny because you start to feel it, and you start to feel the energy within you, like in your body. Like that's what I'm talking about, your body, right? Your body starts to have more energy, and when you have more energy, you're able to do more. When you're able to do more, you're able to think better, think clear, and as a result, you end up succeeding. So kind of all over the place because I'm still figuring out the structure of this channel. But the main purpose of this channel is to empower Muslims to start exercising, start healthy living, and start just thinking in a clear way, just so that they can do better, they can perform better in their work, with their families. Because one of the biggest things that kind of hurts me sometimes is how weak the ummah is. Like sometimes we're 2 billion people, and the ummah is always at the bottom. It hurts me. So my thing is like my role. I feel like my role is to encourage exercise within the ummah, and of course I encourage exercise within other people too. But I just felt compelled to talk to the ummah, because I started my Instagram page, which is called Fit for Mental. I started that page initially just for as a general page, just for anyone, right? And when I was on it, when I was uploading content, I just felt like something was missing. I felt like something was missing. And when I was talking to people, like potential clients, and when I was talking to the Muslim people, I felt like, okay, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Whereas when I was talking to anyone else, like there was familiarity, of course, there was definitely familiarity, but there was something missing. And all of the people that I worked with, they were all Muslim. So that's when I said, you know what? Let's change it up. Let's start talking a little bit more about, like, let's just talk a little bit more deen, because I was already using halal beats and this and that, and I was already like sharing some Islamic stuff in my stories. But I said, you know what? Let's just pivot, because you're not really enjoying right you're doing right now. I wasn't enjoying it. I was kind of just keeping it general. I was just a regular creator, and I was always engaging with Islamic posts, with Islamic Muslim fitness creators. I was always engaging with all those posts. So I said, you know what? Let me just try this out. So last month I decided to change it up. I said I help. I think it was ambitious Muslims, look good, feel good, and do better at work, right? And I realized my content started to change. Whenever I started to create a piece of content, it had more. It resonated more with me, because it's like I felt like I was speaking to myself. Like I felt like I was speaking to me, if that makes sense. So as time has gone on, I started posting on TikTok. I started posting on YouTube. I started posting on Instagram. And at the start with Instagram, I was losing followers. Like I was losing people were unfollowing me and this and that. But at some point my following started to go up again. And I was like, okay, well, because I started to gain a little bit of traction beforehand, but now I started to gain a little bit more traction, right? And when I started getting more traction, I was like, okay, well, let's just keep doing this, because you resonate with this. You're basically sharing what's going on in your life. The reason why I started doing this fitness business or fitness coaching is because I've already been doing this for so long. Like I've been working on other projects, and I've been going to the gym. I've been going for walks. It's already been a part of my life. Smoothies, all this stuff, juicing, it's all been a part of my life. So I said, you know what? Let's just record it, and then let's just upload it, so it doesn't take away from my life. And as a result, I'm also learning a lot more about fitness. I started doing kettlebells, started doing all these different workouts. So moral of the story is I just felt compelled to target my niche to the ummah, because I am a part of the ummah as well. And I feel like I have a role to do as well. And if I can provide content for somebody, even if they don't buy from me, even if they don't join my coaching, even if they don't do anything like that, at least I can think, like, be happy. At least I can think, okay, maybe Allah will reward me for this. Like, of course, I don't know. Allah knows best. But maybe Allah will reward me for this. Maybe just by helping other people exercise, helping other people build consistency, helping other people with their diets. Maybe Allah will give me some, maybe there's some rewards that can come out of this. So that's why I just felt compelled to do this. And it just feels like it's making more and more sense the more I'm doing this. And that's why I created this new channel. Initially, I was thinking I was going to do my other channel, but I feel like the other channel is very cluttered. So I want this channel to be catered strictly for the Muslim community. And I'm only going to talk about fitness, Muslim, and I will talk about other stuff too, maybe some productivity, and maybe if you guys want some mindset stuff too. But the biggest thing I just really want is I just want to see the ummah like be at least not just unified, but the ummah stronger again. And I think that starts with your health. I think if the ummah, we start taking care of our health, then we can start to have different types of conversations. Because right now, it's like, what's really going on? If you think about the media, if you think about the first couple things in the media, like who's running everything? Reality, who's running the show? So that's all I wanted to talk about. If you would like online fitness coaching, or I get not just this is online fitness coaching for now. check out my link down below. I'm working on it. I'm still working. I got a VSL that I'm going to be working on, and I'm still doing a little pivot here. But as time goes on, inshallah, I hope with the will of Allah that this will prosper. And yeah, we're gonna figure this out one step at a time. So, anyways, Assalamu alaikum, Jazakallah khair, and may Allah put barakah in whatever it is that you are doing. So, Assalamu alaikum.